The medical team who ran onto the pitch. 26 minutes of play done. Temporary hold up here at the University of Ghana Stadium. It is the 2025 GHALCA Top 4 tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Match day 2, and it's been interesting so far as things stand.
And there you have Kwame Banuako in the stands. He's a former member of Kotoko.
Well, some of these people can afford, and of course, the Lion, Patel Dauda.
And Eric Donko, former captain of Kotoko as well, all in the stands watching on.
Yeah. So, goalkeeper Kamara there, and then of course, Opoku as well. So the boys are here supporting the team, and you can also see the men on the bench for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. A play resumes, and a throw-in for the Porcupine Warriors. Francis Akwa in his 3 shirts will pick up the ball right on the left side of attack for Warriors. Ball is cleared out by Obeng Jr. and Danso would complete the clearance. Well, win a foul. Kwesi Pong in his 28 shirt wins a foul, and Danso would leave the ball for, I believe, Paul Hennessy, who has been on that right side of the defense. And Aban would instruct Hennessy, let's go long and avoid some mistakes. And ball is sent into the skies. Chauncey Freeman, always eager for the ball, but his height not helping him at all.
And he also has got to contend with a very strong in the air Samba O'Neill. He's almost always first in the air whenever the ball goes in there. So you can imagine the height differential, and he challenging Samba O'Neill for an aerial or duel.
Now play does continue, and Philip Amwa loses the ball. Echedogli to Kwesi Pong, and a pass to Paul Atta. Paul Atta does get to the ball, and he has Amwa to contend with, and Amwa would submit himself to a corner kick. 28 minutes of play done, approaching the 29th-minute mark. Lions have
Deliveroo's new Freshness Promise covers your fresh and chilled groceries for those summer barbecues. Freshness or your money back. Order now.
survey his area, issuing instructions. Goalkeeper Aziz. Well, Danso, who has been on set piece duties for Bando out of Lions, would pick up the ball and also issue instructions. And, puts 2 hands up and sends a crossing, a chance for them again, and nearly a no-goal.
A bit of a panic situation in the box of Kotoko. They need to be calm. They really have struggled in the first 30 minutes of action here. It's been all Lions who really have had a large chunk of possession and, of course, creating chances as well in this particular game.
Now, Danso sends another corner in, a chance, and goalkeeper Aziz clears his lines, and Philip Palmer will complete the clearance, and the ball is finally ballooned out of the danger area. And now we can see Inusa Adams, he finds Joseph Amwa that sent a long one trying to find Johnson Owusu, and Johnson Owusu, well, is found, but it's a touch, it's poor, he can't control the ball, out it goes for a throw-in.
It's not looking too pretty for the Warriors in this game. They really have struggled to possess, pass among themselves. It's difficult seeing, a clear pattern of play to Team Kotoko today.
A chance, and Polata delays the kick, and he's smiling. Paul Atai, another chance for the Lions to, put some smiles on the faces of the Bando team, the Bando lads. And Inusa thought he won a throw, but you can see Echedogli screaming, and the referee says, I saw it. Fourth official was right there. Gideon.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Final is over.
This is just the beginning.
This video is so blurry.
Yes, easy like. Let's go. Yes, easy like.
Snap Johnson at the far post, but a shot plenty blocked there by Hennessy.
Paul Hennessy
for Heart of Lions.
Now Lawrence Osei, and who I told you has been on holiday vacation. Now, because the Porcupine Warriors can strike anytime they want to. And Obeng Jr. still has the ball. He finds Eche Dugli to Enim. And Enim's pass is cut out by Amwa. And Seth Kojo finds Zakaria to Amwa. Kotoko. They win. Is there foul? Yes. Ref says it's a foul against Freeman. Throw-in. Well, it's a throw-in though. Quickly taken. And a Paul Ata Ej finds Freeman. And Freeman's pass is a poor one. Zakaria is there. And, well, a bit scrappy. Throw-in again for Joseph Amwa. Amwa does find Samba O'Neal, I must say. And, you know, Samba O'Neal's pass is not a heavy one. And Samba O'Neal clears lines. Inim is there for Kwando out of Lions. Paul Ataiji is brought down. Joseph Amma points to the ball, but referee says, come on, I saw everything, it's a foul. And so 33 minutes of play done. Kwando Hearts of Lions, the boys from the Volta region, up against the Porcupine Warriors of the Ashanti Kingdom. We've done 33 minutes of play. And Lions 0, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0. Here at the University of Ghana Stadium, of course, we're live on Star 103.5 FM on radio. And our affiliates across the nation on the EIB network. So you might be listening to us on radio in Takrady. But for now, Lions come forward the ball across. And what is it? What is it? They want a foul. And referee Reginald calling someone says it's a corner kick instead.
Well, they were looking for a penalty on that occasion, but like I said, the decision making on the part, there should have been a simple cross across because Chauncey was
right
free
there
in the box, but he pushed the ball rather to the Kotoko defender and only out for a corner kick.
Well, Kwando out of Lions have a corner kick, and Aziz again commanding the defense. A lot of business, a lot of market in his box, and he needs order. Waiting for Bismarckini, who sends in the cross. He comes in as he clears his line. A toss, and ladies and gentlemen, Paul Ataije has broken the deadlock. Paul Ataije, and look at Lawrence Osei. Paul Ataije has finally, after numerous chances falling to him, he's done it for the Bobobo boys at Minimedronkwell. J1, that is what they call themselves. And look at the smiles on the faces of the Kwando lads. It was from a corner kick. Enim sent it in. Goalkeeper Aziz, he rose up, he punched the ball well, he mishandled it. Atta was there, pounced on it, hit it with his left foot. Kwando out of Lions 1, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0.
Deserving lead there for the Kwando last. They have been in control of this game for all 35 minutes of the first half, and clearly deserving lead, but on clearly, terrible goalkeeping on the part of Aziz Dari. If you are coming out of your goal area to point or even save, if you are saving it, be sure you are saving it and saving it very, very well. If you want to punch, you punch it with some power. You don't do what he did. I mean, clearly flipping just on the ball and then dropping in his own box for the attacker to finish. A very poor goalkeeping on the part of Aziz Dari on the location. But hey, great goal there for Kwando Lions because they've been in control of the game so far. A deserving goal, a deserving lead for the boys from Kwando.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, well, here's the breaking news. They are down by a goal to nothing. Goalkeeper Aziz rose up to that cross from Bismarckini. They wanted a penalty. Benghazi, football has its own ways.
Absolutely.
Kwando out of Lions wanted a penalty. They got a corner kick, and out of that corner kick, they got a goal. Well, Kotoko would have a corner kick of their own, ladies and gentlemen. And Francis Aqua, in his 3 shirts, would pick up the ball. It's time for Lawrence Osei to be back from vacation because there's some business to attend to in his box. And I can count close to 5 Kotoko players in the box. He comes in and finds ahead of 14 shirted.
That's Morifin Donzo with that connection.
Donzo's header.
Poor connection from Donzo because the ball came directly at him he could have gotten a bit more direction and accuracy to that header and just getting it over the upright. Poor connection from Donzo on that occasion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you another story. Ekpando Heart of Lions, after they returned from the Division 1 League in 2023, are unbeaten against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. In their last 4 games, Kotoko failed to beat the Lions. Here they come again, and this time the final pass is cut out. But then Kotoko found it very difficult to beat Ekpando Heart of Lions anytime they meet. Ben.
I don't know what it is, but that's the story out there. They really struggle against them. Like you said, since they returned to the Premier League, I recall their first game was in Kumasi, Baba Yara Stadium. In fact, they could have easily won that game, but for disallowed goal, they scored. So game ended 0-0. Then in Kwando, they got the better of Kotoko by 1-0. Last season as well, it was similar. I mean, they again won in Kwando, and they won in...
There was a draw in Kwando,
and they beat Kotoko in Obuasi. So it's been dominant on the part of Lions over Kotoko. I don't know what it is and how they do it, but I guess he might continue with how things are going, because 38 minutes played, it's been mainly Lions who have been in control of this game and reflected with the scoreline we have at the moment.
Well, football would always give you a chance to make amends, to put smiles on the faces of your teaming fans, and so it is not over yet for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who have sent a crossing, a chance, and Bismarck Enim is there to clear his lines, and the young man who's brilliant cross. Well, now a chance for Kotoko, it comes in and out it goes.
A very poor one from Paul Amwa. I don't know what it is, Joseph Amwa. Is he a left footer or a right footer? He seems to love to play with his left foot, even though he's a right back and clearly plays with the right. But he loves to play a lot more with his left, and that cross came from his left foot, and it was just terrible across from him.
39 minutes of play done. We're live on Star 103.5 FM on GH1 TV, and also on Ultimate FM in Kumasi, and of course in Takrady we're live on Empire FM. Far away, you might be listening to us in the north. Yes, we're live on Zeps FM in Zabila. So throwing for the Porcupine Warriors, who would want to get an equalizer before halftime. They have about 5 minutes and additional time to do that, and the throw is quickly taken. Ball in midfield, Samuel Tenedu's pass goes all the way to Seth Kojo, who finds Zakaria. Crossfield pass is curtailed, and the ball finds, Seth Kojo again, who goes all the way back to Samba O'Neill. O'Neill finds Zakaria. Zakaria clears the ball one time, and the Lions will win the ball in midfield. Brilliant play from Ishmael, but intended pass is cut out. And Kotoko all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here is a chance for Chauncey Freeman, and Freeman. Oh, goal line clearance from Samba O'Neill. Chauncey Freeman, the hard-working Liberian import for Ekpando Heart of Lions, nearly made matters worse for the Porcupine Warriors. Brilliant play, and what a pass from Obeng Jr. Chauncey Freeman, he got the ball, he took it away from the goalkeeper, he kicked it with his left foot, but Samba O'Neill was there to clear his lines.
Brilliant play from Lions. That through pass from Obeng Jr. was exquisite. The run from Chauncey, and of course, getting the ball from the goalkeeper.
When men use Just for Men moustache and beard to eliminate great, there's a great before and after. Then there's the after, that boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more men choose Just for Men.
Gentlemen, Danso would have his stand. He sends another corner in, a chance for Lions, and this time it is cleared out. Samuel Tenedu clears his lines, and Kotoko still have ball in play, but the Lions will regain possession. Oh, brilliant play from Ishmaelado, the player who plays for Ghana's under-20 team, the Black Satellite, and doing so well. I mean, he had a brilliant season. And
he's one to watch for the future. He's so comfortable on the ball. He's so cool, knows what he's about and knows what to do with the ball whenever the ball gets to him. No pressure whatsoever. Brilliant player by all standards. And I'm happy handlers in the national team have noticed him and are picking him up and are working on him. Ado Ishmael is one prospect, huge one for the future.
Well, Samuel Tenedu wins a foul in midfield, 42 minutes of play done, and the free kick is quickly taken. It has to go up, and good understanding between goalkeeper Lawrence Osei and captain Ebenezer Aban. And Lawrence Osei would relish to keep a clean sheet against this Kotoko team. Now, his ball finds Obeng Jr., whose pass found Kwisipong, and he, well, won a free kick and right in front of referee Reginald Collins. And now Aziz would have another meeting, another business to attend to, ladies and gentlemen. And this time around, Ishmael Ado behind the ball. He finds Eche Dogli. Eche to the strong man, Obeng Jr. Enim on the left side, cross comes in, and the header is poor, but the ball is recycled. Ishmael Ado, a shot, it comes in, and brilliant save. Brilliant save that would end the applause of the fans here. Even the men on the bench would put their hands together for goalkeeper Aziz, but it was brilliantly worked by Bando out of Lions. Ishmael Ado, he had some space, he took it, it was going into the net. Benghazi.
Absolutely brilliant shot there from Ishmael Ado. Spoke about him moments ago. The pass from Yaudansu was brilliant, and then look at that, he picked a spot for that shot. Ooh, it was sailing in, but an equally brilliant save on the part of Aziz Diary to save it from getting in there. But brilliant game by all standards from Heart of Lions in the afternoon's encounter.
Well, a quick substitution, and we see the introduction of one of the new boys. We'll tell you about soon. But then a corner kick again, it comes in, and so Seth Kojo is in, and of course we see he's actually out. Seth Kojo is out, and Jehu is in. So Jehu in for Seth Kojo, the midfielder. Now there is a chance for Lions, and a foul against Lions in the box. So free kick, and now Kotoko and their fans can heave some sigh of relief.
So much pressure on Kotoko at this stage, but a good exercise for them as well as they get ready for the African campaign. They will know their true level as we speak, and we're able to work on the team, because you can't get this in any friendly game. This is what they need to ensure they can test the players and see how good they are for Africa. And so far, clearly, I'm sure the coaches have a good idea of what they must do, because it's been that bad for them in the first half. It's all been Lions in the first 45 minutes.
Well, Lions, and here is Donzo, well, a chance for them to come forward, and the pass is curtailed. Now, is that Albert Amwa? So Albert Amwa has been introduced, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing 3 minutes of additional time, and it tells you the intentions of coach.
Karim Zito clearly needs to get his team back in there. So he's brought on two players. Because Albert Amwa has come on together with Jehu. These guys have brought some experience, and I'm sure he needs to get them to get going straight away from the onset. But clearly, difficult battle they have on their hands. Difficult battle,
and the free kick is a poor one. But Samba couldn't keep that ball in play. So it will go for a throw-in on the right side for the Akpini boys, Jiewonu, the Bobobo boys. Trust me, if you come to Bando, you would enjoy some good Bobobo. But for now, Danso will take a throw-in, and a throw-in is headed. Now, a chance for Freeman. Freeman, can he move forward the ball? Freeman surveys his options, and a pass would find a Kotoko player, and I think that's Zhao. Now, ball to the right side. Here is Albert Amwa introduced by coach. Cross comes in, a header, and brilliant save. What a save! Brilliant reflexes from goalkeeper Lawrence Osei. Make sure that the Lions, a chance for Kotoko again, but this time Hennessy would balloon the ball into the skies and complete the clearance, but that is a good impact from Albert Benga.
Absolutely good impact there from Albert. Look at it again. The cross was precise onto the head of Donzo, and the connection was brilliant, but an equally brilliant save there on the part of goalkeeper Lawrence Ejay. So Albert Amwa together with Henry Jau are the guys who have come on, and they are bringing some energy already into the Kotoko attack.
Right now, ball to the right side. Here is Freeman, Chauncey Freeman. He would send a cross in, and he comes in. Atta wants to take it one time, but how it goes. He could have controlled that ball there, man.
Absolutely. He should have gone in for a control than to try and go in for a one-time effort or shot. Poor decision making again from Atta on that occasion.
Well, he's the goal getter. He got the goal in this encounter for Bando Heart of Lions. He's lost the ball though, and Albert Tamwa would come forward with the ball, being policed by Bismarck Enim. Albert Tamwa will come off, and I sense in across, but Ebenezer Aban, Captain Fantastic, is there. He cleanses lines, Ishmelado. And ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We are done for the first half. The second day of the GHALCA Top 4, the first match between Bando Heart of Lions and Kumasi Asante Kotoko has come to an end. Goal scored by Paul Ataije after a brilliant corner kick from Bismarck Enim. It was mishandled by Aziz, so the Lions would lead Kotoko 1-0.
A deserving lead in the first 45 minutes for Heart of Lions, who have played better in the first 45 minutes. They've had more control. They've clearly showed a lot more exhibition on their partners compared to Kotoko, who have struggled really in the first 45 minutes to settle into the game. They seem to have picked up the pieces a bit with 43 minutes of action than when, Amwa Albert together with Henry Jau came on. They seem to have brought some energy into that Kotoko attack, but that was a bit too late to get them into the game. But brilliant first 45 minutes for Lions, deservedly as well. They're up by a goal to 0.
Right, so we'll be back after recess. It's still live on GH1 TV on Star FM. Bando Heart of Lions 1, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0.
Oh, it's all, first half shared there. You see the score line. It's Bando Heart of Lions. It tells you how the Lion seems to be indeed wounded, and they came all out there. They're not playing anyway in their den all the way in Bando. This time around, it's here in Accra, and then they've made sure that they are already trailing by a lone goal there. So that is the story of the first half. What is it going to be like in the second half? So I've got another legend joining us in the studio. I did tell you he was going to join us pretty soon. In his days, he captained Accra Hearts of Oak, and he won several laurels with Accra Hearts of Oak. Even the CAF Champions League, he won so many things with Accra Hearts of Oak. Joining us currently in the studio, we have Amankwa Mreku, great legend. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for honoring the invitation. At a point, we were cracking a joke and we were like, okay, if you also don't make it this time around, House of Oak will lose. Because House of Oak lost when Dombote did not show up, but Eric did.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, you watched the first half. Yeah. For you, what's been your impression so far with the top 4 and how the teams are faring?
Yeah, thank you. I think you were saying that the Lion is wounded. Mm-hmm. And what I can tell you is that the oak tree fell on him. So for me, I think they are very much wounded. Mm. And so coming to this game, they will come as wounded Lions. Mm. And for me, I'm not surprised for them having the opener. If you could watch from the onset of the game, they have been pressurizing. Mm. They have that pressing attitude, playing to the box of the Kotoko defense. And so having the first goal, I think they deserve it. Mm. Looking at the offensive play that they having tells you that they might get something, they might get a result. Mm. And for me, I'm not surprised.
Mm. But Eric, are you impressed so far with the way Kotoko is playing, or is it because it's a new set of players we're seeing? That's why then, as you rightly said, they will tell you they are not gelling yet. So what are we waiting for?
Joe, before the game, I think we did hit on these issues that bringing new players, the 11 players sets which are new, playing against a team which has already played before, gelled, and then even the ball retention issues that we were discussing, that when House of Lions loses even the ball, see their recovery rate.
Sure.
How they come for the ball again and then they go on the... If not because of the backline of the Krobia team, and then also the Hearts of Lions attacking machine, after they've won the ball in the attacking third, instead of them to stay resolute, focused, composure, then they are in a haste. Even during these dying members of the game, the one who scored the goal, he got another one.
Yeah, attack.
Which he could have gotten the composure to control the ball.
That's true.
And then pass the ball into the net. But I wonder how players are thinking now, especially the strikers. When they get even into the 16, they want to shoot. Now you just pass the ball into the net. We don't shoot anymore. You pass the ball. When it's from far, you can trigger it from far. But when you're in the 18, you need that composure. And you need to have this mindset that when you get into the 18, you are a king. Your own is to just shield the ball. Any contact is a penalty.
I'm Danielle.
I'm Michelle.
We've been fostering for 18 months.
And we've currently got 2 little girls with us that came on short term and now going to be long term.
Yes.
How have you found your journey so far?
Turbulent, but amazing.
Yeah, rewards outweigh all the upsets and trauma that come along.
Yeah, it's definitely
rewarding.
Yeah.
How have you found any challenges so far?
Hard. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, it's really easy, but no, it isn't. But if I actually get from when you see them when they first come in to then 18 months down the line, it's like, wow, they've come from there to there and they're settling down and just happy little girls.
I really feel like you're making a difference.
Yeah.
How long he's played there? Because it takes somebody who has played for so long. I mean, he's very comfortable with that position before you can play over there. Because you see, even in his crosses, it's going one way, and when he wants to pass through the line too, he has to force the leg and then play on the line, which is not as comfortable. But I don't know the system that the coach wants to play and the mechanism that he wants to deploy. But with me, sitting from afar, I think the midfield is collapsed for Krobia. So it's giving the Kotoko defense a whole lot of work. Instead of them to soak the pressure, now they are clearing. So as you can see, there's no any attacking link play with the striker. So they will blame, the striker, he cannot play. But is he being fed and is squandering chances? How many passes have they been able to locate him? So, I mean, it's a very big issue. But Kotoko is not in the party. Lions have shown that we have come to the party with our cakes, our drinks, and everything.
But do you foresee Karim Zito maybe effecting some important changes because...
Having trouble accessing your funds? Is the platform asking for endless verifications, delaying withdrawals, or has it simply disappeared? Recovera is a team of legal and financial professionals specializing in recovering lost investments through official and lawful procedures. We offer a detailed legal assessment of your case, a personalized strategy for recovery, help collecting evidence and preparing official complaints, full legal support until resolution. We operate under international legal frameworks and work directly with regulators, banks, and payment systems. Submit a request on our website to receive a free consultation, with no pressure and no commitment.
Sur Momox Shop.
Inside. And therefore, I have a bigger space to cover. But then when I'm playing on the line, you are limited.
That's true.
Because I'm not a left footer. Therefore, I will not bring the ball to my left.
And now he's struggling to play with
exactly. So now because instead of maybe having a pass on the line, he has to
readjust.
I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult. So I think he needs to adjust things. You know what I'm saying? He needs to adjust things. And so for me, yes, maybe there might be 1 or 2 changes that can let the total performance rise. And so for me, he should do that as urgent as possible.
But Joe, one thing you have to also understand, Senior, is when you look at the stance. Most of his key players are in the stands. You can talk about Kwame Poku, they are all up there.
Maybe.
So which people are on the bench?
And maybe he's keeping them for out of focus.
It could be.
Maybe.
But
before you get
danger,
there,
the point is
you
exactly.
already destroy things on the
because
if you lose this game,
it's
that's
amassing points, and the moment you lose points here,
Yes.
it doesn't look good for you because the
you
likes
got the
of
first match,
losing
the second match. I mean, even the feel of the supporters.
Sure.
Are you thinking about supporters?
Yeah.
Because it's not about performance. It's not about I'm having a trial of a player.
That's true.
But it's about the heart of the supporters. So for me, that is very, very crucial and important. Now you always think about supporters. Though you have your plans, but then when you are planning, you have to include the supporters as well.
Yeah, because they play a key role.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
So let's look at the goal again and how it all came about. So from that set piece, from that corner, and I asked myself, really, how did we come about set pieces?
It was avoidable.
Yeah.
Because you should have punched. Because over there you cannot catch.
That's true.
One, you don't have the height. So how do you go?
But then he padded the ball, but just that.
No. He went for a grab.
No, he padded it.
Check. Let's see again. He went for a grab.
Just that he couldn't get it well.
He went for a grab.
So, I mean, and also I think we need to give credit to the attack for scoring that goal.
Yes.
Because if it was any other person...
From the angle
that was the composure.
I mean, from the angle, so...
From the angle that he scored from.
So let's take our time and see.
So was he going to
he
grab
went for
the
a
ball
grab.
or he wanted to parry?
He went for a grab.
So you see.
He went for a grab.
So he was actually going for a grab.
A grab.
And I mean, looking at your height, would you advise that? Because if it was Kamara, we know his height and
you see now.
He
went for a grab.
If he was paddling back.
He should have fixed or paddled back like the way you are saying.
But the danger in even paddling back is you don't know who is there.
This is why it resulted.
But the paddling back was better. And it should depend on the effectiveness of your exactly. Because if you should have paddled a bit harder, that would have be behind.
You have height problem.
Behind. That's what I'm saying.
So for a grab, it will not be possible.
Yeah.
So you should have known all these calculations before he goes for.
And I think we also have to commend the left back. The left back.
No, it was a great composure.
Who kicked the corner? Yeah, he had a great kick.
Very great.
Exactly.
Kick,
so I think we also have to.
And it's a teasing one.
Very teasing.
Very teasing. So you see, he went for grab with 2 hands.
And then I'm surprised at the number 2, the guy
Kotoko.
standing in the post, the Kotoko player standing in the post. How he couldn't stop the ball from entering. Because he's right there. He was right there. That's what I'm saying. He was right there. So I don't understand why he couldn't head the ball out. I was very surprised. I don't know. That is concentration.
I think
that's concentration for you.
And after the goal, the keeper has been phenomenal. We need to also acknowledge that part. But
Eric, after committing a blunder, and then you coming back, what does it change the result?
Yeah. No. It has changed the narrative because.
It's not about narrative. It's about the results.
Ado's ball should have been a goal.
Yeah, should have been a goal.
No, but what I'm trying to say, Eric, but there's still what you committed.
Whether it would have changed.
Exactly. It doesn't change anything. That's what I'm saying. So that means your effectiveness when it comes to concentration, 90 minutes.
Your man, he dodged the ball. See. The one in the pool, he dodged the ball.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised. He couldn't head this ball. I'm surprised.
He wanted to be on the safer side. You never know.
I'm surprised he couldn't. And even the focus on the player is even wrong.
That's it.
The focus on the player having the ball is even wrong.
That's true.
He had it wrong.
So nobody was there to even foul the player.
Yeah.
I mean, sort of.
Apart from that, he should have attacked.
No, exactly. To make sure.
Exactly.
But let's get this clear. The guy did not control the ball, whereby the defender can come.
Oh, okay.
He did it once. You understand? So that is the composure I'm talking about.
Okay, for the goal scorer.
Yeah, sure. for the left-footed attacker.
And I think it fell on his
his favorite foot.
His favorite foot.
Yeah.
And it fell on his favorite foot. It was like a gift. And then he put the ball. So he played it with the inside of his foot.
And you know what? The keeper's grab, cushioned the ball for him.
Yeah.
To get the right
But
passing.
at the same time, we can also say he was, the Kotoko player. Oh no, sorry, the Lions player. A little bit interfered with his grabbing.
Which if there's a VAR, maybe it might
they would have called it a foul.
Because he tagged the ball. He did tag the ball.
That's true. Anyway, so I mean that's the goal there for Heart of Lions, getting them that one. Atta getting this goal, and he played it with the inside of his foot.
Yes. So that is what I'm saying. That technique. Pass the ball into
that's
the
right technique too.
Yeah.
He did the right technique.
You just pass the ball.
And that's doing the right technique at the right time.
Sure.
Makes it skill.
Interesting.
So it's a very good skill.
Wow. So doing the right technique at the right time makes it a skill. You heard it from the legends. I mean, when legends like this are saying certain things, you need to quote it and quote it well. So doing the right technique at the right time makes it a skill. You won't get this anywhere. There's no classroom. This football we are talking, and you should put this somewhere. Anyway, so let's also look at this chance by Ado. He's taken the midfield by surprise, and he's doing so much. And this particular chance could have gotten them the second goal. But we need to give credit to the goalkeeper, as Eric was saying. Parrying that ball away was a great strike and was a great save also. We'll be looking at that one as well. But for your information, it's 1-0 currently at the University of Ghana Stadium. It's match number 3, match day 2 here. These teams don't have a point, but the way it's looking, it's Heart of Lions who now have 3 points. Until the game is over, we can't say they have all 3 points.
They'll still have it. They'll still have it.
Okay, so that's from Amankwa Crew. You will be asking yourself whether indeed we call it against. Because Heart of Folk.
Oh, but you see, Joel, you should have asked me, Amakwa, why were you late?
Yeah.
It's very important. You see,
yes,
you know this way. You see, have to go and consult the spiritual matters.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Have you consulted your own? The 6 o'clock.
No, but I have to combine. It's a whole package. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole package.
So the fact is, you need to edge out Kotoko. Your own is to make sure that Kotoko is clearly out of
it.
So he went.
So now we want them to be wounded before we get them. You know what I'm saying? So that we just crash them and then we finish them. So the last match, which is going on Sunday, boss, Joel, because the supporters are wild.
Wow.
Our supporters are wild. Because looking at the President Cup, and for some time now, Kotoko is beating it back to back.
Wow.
And therefore we need to, stop that kind of consistency.
Sure.
Of Kotoko, in this top.
Sir, you good? Why does my cat keep headbutting me? Aw, love you too, babe.
Coming from, it buys too much pressure to them.
Yeah, it does.
Because for you to be able to go and then beat the South Africans, which their league is being rated so high, and then you come here and then you are messing things up. Though it's a preparatory grounds, but the fans don't know that one. They only know that this is Asante Kotoko and Kotoko deserve better.
All right, so let's join the second half feed now. It's 1-0 currently. Kumasi Asante Kotoko trailing by a lone goal there against Heart of Lions. Let's enjoy the second half action. When we come back. Okay, so we need to take this up now and look at, watch the game and run a few commentary on it as well. So I think it's a corner kick in favor of Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
I think now they are trying to also use the pressing, the Gengen pressing type,
And so a cross and in swinger, well, heads go up. Who is there? So nobody in particular. Kotoko, Lions clearing their mark, and then it's just an offside, obviously, an offside call. A quick one there by the assistant referee, and then the recovery, as we're all talking about. Very, very, very bad there for Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
If there's a good feeding from the attacking midfielders of Kotoko, it will be easy for them to break the back line off. Because check them, they have always been standing on a flat line. Look at the 4 and 5. So just one true pass, they are gone.
All right, so wherever you're watching us from, it's still 1-0 in favor of Heart of Lions, and Heart of Lions are in possession now. A long pass there to his man who, in particular, so still Heart of Lions, Eche, laid the pass also on, and it's latched onto the wings. Who is taking it? Kumasi Asante Kotoko. What's the defender doing there?
See now, because they've scored, now they've gathered confidence.
Exactly, they're coming back into it with that momentum. It tells you they are up for,
Look at how they are playing. It tells you that.
It tells you they are up for,
Look at how they are playing. It tells you that.
It tells you they are up for,
It tells you that.
yeah. Well, so the stadium looks to be gradually filling up because people are now closing. The University of Ghana Stadium, it's Friday also. So
those that are coming to fill the stadium are the Heart supporters.
Okay, so you heard it from Amman Kwame.
When we close, we'll go home.
The Heart supporters are the one coming to fill the stadium, and obviously a great game coming up against BBN Gold Stars. You should watch out for. And so who is it? Again, another offside call there. For Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Lions have to be very careful because the same thing brought the Kotoko their goals. So they should check their back line. So
I think Coach Zito needs to observe this thing. You see, Kotoko attackers they find it wanting to recover. Yeah. Whenever the ball leaves their area, I think that they have to look at that kind of situations. It's not helping at all. Because even if the ball leaves an attacker, he's still standing. Waiting for someone. It's very bad.
All right, so it's Heart of Lions now in contention. A throw-in in favor of Heart of Lions. Throws it to his man. They are moving. They are in possession currently by Heart of Folk. Force it now. It's now Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They are in possession of the ball. He looks for his man. And then who in particular? They are surging forward in possession now. And another offside call. So what is it with the offside and what are they not really getting right?
No, but the way they are pushing, a goal can come any moment. Because they still haven't checked their line. The back line of the Heart of Lions team, they haven't checked their line. Anytime the ball is coming, they are on a straight line.
And then you see the midfielder, when he got the ball, he delayed.
Yeah.
First control, second control should be a pass. Release. Exactly.
And the ball moves faster than the man. He controlled 3-4 times. Whilst the attacker was also moving. Instead of him watching the line of the Lions defense, he's just going. Hey.
What was it Osei was thinking? I mean, it was out of his 18-yard. And he would have committed a blunder if
very. And you see, Joel, let's see something. You see that Kotoko, a right back that I was talking about that. He's a left footer and displayed at the right back. Mm-hmm. If you see, these are some of the tricks in football that you should know. If the Kotoko, if the Lions left winger, left midfield, if he's that smart, he will stand on his left footer.
Block that.
He cannot play the right.
That's true.
And the right will be on the line. And that will block him. And so he can take the ball from him anytime he has the ball. So that is another, way of, getting ball from left footers. When you stand on the left, he has no choice than to fumble.
And so Heart of Lions now in possession of the ball in their 18-yard. Eche looks for his colleague, a long ball into the attacking third of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and they have to clear their lines now.
The pace.
Exactly, and it seems Kotoko have put up. They've gone to the drawing board and they are putting pieces together. Yeah, so the midfield seems to be at par now. It used to be Heart of Lions who were good.
And doing the job of the main defend.
Sure.
He's defending. And now he's not going to tolerate any unusual thing from attackers.
Because I believe they can see what Kotoko is up for
in
the second half because a few changes in terms of the interpositional play has gone on. And so they want to be extremely careful because, having 3 offsides so far in the game should tell you that then the next one or two can result into a goal. Yeah. And so a free kick in favor of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. A cross in there, heads go up. Who is it? A poor one there by Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Is it Ansu? So yeah, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the striker, one of the new strikers there. And then so. What don't we get? This was a free header.
And he kicked the ball too high. He hit the ball too high.
All right, so Osei will convert the goal kick now into the 18, into the attacking third of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and who is in possession of the ball now. Kumasi Asante Kotoko seem to be knocking hard on the doors of Heart of Lions in the second half. So far, they're really playing and pressing Kumasi. Heart of Lions to make sure they get the equalizer.
The Lions backline should stay resolute because if you keep on ballooning, it will be coming. So they need to also soak the pressure.
At the same time, Eric, not to soak pressure. I think that is a way of making that zone a free zone, exactly, so that they don't entertain any kind of unusual fouls and then free kicks and then infringements. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I think for me, I like the way the centre back, as the captain, is controlling the back.
All right. So an infringement there. A Lion player is on the turf. What is it? Is it a free kick in favor of Heart of Lions? There was a push there.
From the Kotoko.
Attacker.
Kotoko might come from behind to win this game. You know why? You see, each and every player on the field of play, when it comes to the Kotoko side, they want to also justify their inclusion. Why they should also play? You know what I'm saying? Because you have been on the bench for a while. And so if you are given opportunity to perform, then you don't need to, there's no excuse. You have to perform. And so for me, that is one thing, that a determination that they have come back with. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I will not be surprised if Kotoko should come from behind and win this game.
All right, so wherever you're watching us from is our live coverage of the 2025 GHALCA Top 4 there at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. It's match number 3 and it's match day 2. The game you're seeing currently on your screens is Hearts of Lions, who are leading 1-0 over Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Currently is an infringement in favor of Hearts of Lions in their third. Let's see what the story will be, because it seems Kumasi Asante Kotoko have picked up their pieces and they are strongly coming back into the game.
Look at the Lions players when they are attacking. You see, there are 5.
Yeah,
there are 5 in number.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It tells you how offensive they are whenever they are attacking or they are pressing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I think that is also very, very, very effective on the part of the Lions.
Okay, throwing to Heart of Lions. He looks for his man, Freeman. He currently looks like the marksman for Heart of Lions. They all want to play to his tune. But he's been well marked by the Kumasi Asante Kotoko defense there. So, yeah, it tells you what Lions is also up for in this second half. Kumasi Asante Kotoko all out there, playing everything they can. So an infringement there. HA going in with that tackle, so it will go in favor of Kumasi Asante Kotoko in their defense right now. Let's see what it is. 1-2. Now the ball is in the defense of Kumasi Asante Kotoko in their own yard. They're now trying to find their way through to Heart of Lions, and then it's another infringement.
And Joel, have you seen? You see the whole defense of Lions. You see, they defend when necessary and they attack when necessary. So wherever the ball is, you could find Lions in majority. You know what I'm saying? So that is also helping the team, because they are playing with the ball. Whenever the ball is, they find their men there, and that is very, very effective.
And there's one good thing Lions is doing. See the areas which they are fouling the Kotoko players. At their own zone. Exactly. So it's hardly for you to get the set pieces that can end up in a goal.
Okay, so yeah, there's a hold on play now. What's happening there? I think the ball is now in the 18 of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I thought there was going to be an infringement after HA went down in their own 18-yard. And the ball is ballooned in there, and a nice clearance there by Heart of Lions. But it's still Kumasi Asante Kotoko in possession of the ball. He looks for his man. 1, 2, 3. They're moving forward. So what is the story going to be like, especially the way Kumasi Asante Kotoko keeps knocking hard? What do they need now to change the rhythm of the game, because they seem to be pressing hard, but as much as they press, when they get into the attacking third, actually
the composure and it's left for them how to break the lines, the back line. I mean, that piercing passes for the strikers to run.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. And that has been the problem. If they should have a player like Ado playing now for Kotoko, it will be easy for Kotoko to score.
Because he will be a distributor.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to the University of Ghana Stadium now and enjoy the rest of the game.
Now see the introduction of 3 players from Coach Bashu Hayford. So Coach Bashu Hayford would bring in right back George Osei, and of course we would also see the introduction of Samuel Boama, as well as number 18 shirted Emmanuel Ofori. So Emmanuel Ofori in there, George Boama, and the likes have come on, and it tells you that Coach Bashu Hayford wants to secure this win, Ben.
Absolutely. He wants to cement the lead and hold on for the 3-point at stake, whereas Kotoko also have got other ideas as they push for the possible equalizer in this game.
Now, Johnson Owusu is taking off the ball, the new boy who just came on in his number 2 shirt. Does brilliantly well and would clear his lines. So Yao Danso obviously is out. And George Osei is in. Now, here is Abubakari.
Vous pensez que vous êtes nul avec l'argent? Trop dépensier ou trop dépensière? Trop désorganisé? Peut-être qu'on vous a répété ça toute votre vie. On nous apprend à travailler dur, à dépenser mais jamais à comprendre l'argent ni à s'en occuper. Résultat, vous faites comme vous pouvez. Vous éteignez les incendies, vous culpabilisez peut-être, mais rien ne change. J'ai conçu le défi Richesse et Liberté exactement pour vous, pour que vous puissiez enfin apprendre les bases de l'argent et vous rendre compte que vous savez faire. Ensemble, pendant 5 jours, nous allons revoir votre rapport à l'argent, faire vos comptes, arrêter les fuites énergétiques et découvrir des investissements accessibles et rentables. Le défi Richesse et Liberté est gratuit, 100% en ligne et accessible à tous. Vous êtes prêts à sortir de l'impasse? Inscrivez-vous en cliquant sur le lien autour de la vidéo.
Well, ball is taken away from them, but we found solace in Philip Amwa, and now Ishmaelado for the Lions loses possession to Johnson Owusu. Here is Francis Aqua. Aqua finds Samba O'Neal. O'Neal sends in a pass trying to locate Philip Amwa, and it goes out of play again for Lawrence Osei, who can afford to waste some time here at the University of Ghana Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, can Pando Heart of Lions continue the unbeaten streak against the Porcupine Warriors? They've been a thorn in the flesh for the Ukum Apembeba boys. In 10 games before today, Pando Heart of Lions had beaten Kotoko 5 times, and 3 of these meetings have ended in draws, and then we've seen 2 wins for Asante Kotoko. The last time the Porcupine Warriors beat the Pando boys was a very long time ago, Benghazi, very long time ago.
Very dominant display on the part of Lions over the Warriors, and the records, like you said, clearly indicate the dominance they've had over Kotoko. all these years. In the recent times as well, they've not lost to Kotoko in the last 4 encounters. It should tell you of how dominant they have really been over the Warriors. Even though Kotoko are trying to get themselves back into the game, the signs we are seeing clearly is one that tells you the Lions are comfortable because they clearly have not been tested that much in this game today.
Well, if you want the last time Kotoko beat Lions, you'd have to go 10 years back to 2015. That was the last time, and Kotoko beat Kwando Heart of Lions by 4-0 in the Ghana Premier League. The return leg in that year 2015 saw Lions also beat Kotoko 3-1, and then the Lions went on relegation, came back in 2023 and settled for a 0-0 draw at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. And from then, Kotoko found it very difficult to beat the Lions. Let's see if they can put together a comeback here. And ball in midfield. Brilliant play from Asante Kotoko. And Kotoko putting their passes together. They can't forward the ball, but the final pass is curtailed, and Paul Hennessy would clear his lines. So we've seen the introduction of Emmanuel Entry. Emmanuel Entry has been introduced by Coach Karim Zito. It tells you that Coach Karim Zito is not happy with what he's seen so far.
Absolutely. So he has come on for Johnson Owusu. So Johnson Owusu has gone off, and in now is Entry, who brings a lot more a wonderful display from the middle of the park for the Warriors, which they need so much in this game at this point in time.
Right, so let's see how Emmanuel Entry would fare in this game. And Obeng Jr. is brought down, and Shaibu Abubakari is not happy, but the referee would speak to him. So referee speaks to Shaibu Abubakari to be careful. I am in charge here. And referee would beckon to Ebenezer Ban to restart play. He does restart play. Ball on the left side. And Bismarck sends a cross in. Chauncey Freeman, a shot. But it goes way off target of the goal of goalkeeper Aziz, who is in for Kamara today. And Lions win possession again. Kwando Heart of Lions, but then you see that chance again. Brilliant one. Took the ball on his chest. If he had found the net, it would have been a brilliant goal. A chance for Kotoko. And well, the chance was wasted. So Kwando are still in the lead, live on GH1 TV on Star 103.5 FM. It is a 2025 GHALCA Top 4 tournament. And match day 2, of course, right after this game at 6 p.m. we'll see, well, Chauncey Freeman for now. Chauncey Freeman, a shot, and goalkeeper Aziz makes light work of that shot. Brilliant work from the Liberian.
That was a wonderful effort from Chauncey Freeman. The run, the cut back, and then the shot. Everything about that move from Chauncey Freeman was classic. Unfortunately for him, though, Aziz Dari had other ideas and met that shot with an equally brilliant save to ensure Kotoko still remains just a goal. So wonderful run and effort there from Chauncey Freeman, the man from Liberia playing for Heart of Lions.
Well, if you are Karim Zito right about now, what will be running through your mind?
Clearly, he's put in all his charges now. I mean, some of the regulars are in. Entry has joined. That's a replay there for you. It was a wonderful effort from Chauncey Freeman, but of course, unfortunately for him, equally well saved there by the goalkeeper of Kotoko, Aziz Dari.
Right. So live here at the University of Ghana Stadium, and temporary hold up, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 2025 GHALCA Top 4 tournament. And by virtue of being first, second, third, and fourth in this year's Ghana Premier League, Piani Gold Stars, Kwando Heart of Lions, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and Accra Folk made this top 4. And the first round of games saw Bibiani Gold Stars beat Kotoko by 2-1. Heart of Lions lost to Hearts of Oak by 1-0. And in match day 2, we see the Lions beating Kotoko by 1-0. Well, a senior colleague will say it is not over until it's over. So play will still continue. But as I said, at 6 p.m. we'll bring you that game between Accra Suffolk and Bibiani Gold Stars. Now, they come forward the ball. Lions. And, well, they lose possession. Pando Heart of Lions would concede a foul in the area right in front of the technical bench of Pando Heart of Lions. And here is Emmanuel Entry. Emmanuel Entry still has the ball. Brilliant play from Asante Kotoko and Shaibu. Oh, brilliant play from Shaibu. Now, they come forward. Albert Tamwa would have to go back to Shaibu. Abubakari, who sends a crossing. A long one trying to find Donzo. But Echedogli is brought down. And so Echedogli down in pain, but back onto his feet. Wonderful young chap from Banana Inn.
He's been very impressive for Heart of Lions in the game today. Very, very impressive. He's been all over the place, covering every blade of grass in the game today. Very energetic, full of energy, and has had a very wonderful game in this afternoon's encounter. So brilliant game there from Dogli Eche in this afternoon's encounter for Heart of Lions.
All right, so play continues here. And now we've done 69 minutes of play. Now, George Osei comes forward with the ball, and, well, the pass or the run was, or the touch was overcooked, and the foot bent. And George Osei cannot taste a cross for now. So play does continue. And Francis Aqua would need to be very careful at the backside. Zakaria would balloon the ball. He finds Amwa. Amwa's control would find Pando Heart of Lions. And, well, Kotoko would clear their line. 69 minutes, approaching the 70th minute mark. We're live on GH1 TV. Your best experience also live on Star 103.5 FM. And, of course, Ultimate FM in Kumasi, Empire FM in Takrady, and probably on Zeps FM in Zebila. Bismarck Inim, the left back for the Lions, would pick up the throw-in. And he sends a throw-in in. A chance for Freeman. And what's Freeman going to do? Well, ref spots a foul against Chelsea Freeman.
He will have a laugh at that. Let's see the replay again. Was there a push or anything? Okay. A slight one on Zakaria. Husseini.
Zakaria will need to go to the gym next time. Now, here is Paul Atta. Atta Ije, the goal scorer. His cross is blocked by Shaibu, and a corner kick. Another corner kick for Pando Heart of Lions. And now Paul Atta Ije, after all the hard work, is down. But look at goalkeeper Aziz.
Kotoko have got 20 minutes to get themselves back in the game, or they could be kissing the top four goodbye, because if they lose this game, I don't see a way back for them, in the last game against Hearts of Oak. Even if they win that one, it might not be enough to see them progress beyond what it is we've seen them do so far. So they have got 20 minutes to get themselves back in the game strongly, or like I said, they can kiss the tournament a goodbye.
Of course, just gone by was Coach
Maxwell Kunedu.
Yes, who we understand that has been appointed as coach of the under-20. And the corner is cleared by Kotoko, recycled by Eche Dogli. And that's find Ishmaeladu. Admo sensing across. And Freeman is there again, but Kotoko cleared their lines. And now Jehu completes the clearance. Out it goes for another throw-in for Bismarck Inim. Bismarck Inim. I understand his nickname, Baba Rahman. Oh, brilliant play from Ishmaelado, but this time it was brilliant, but it was out of play.
You wanted it a bit on that occasion.
Now, Shaibu, and he needs to be very careful. His ball will find Captain Samba O'Neill, and Samba O'Neill would also find solace in the touch and how it goes for throw-in. So 72 minutes of play done here at the University of Ghana Stadium. Gradually tick-tock, and look at Karim Zito. Very, very animated. I don't know what he's worried about, but a chance and a shot, and over the bar goes. It won't trouble Aziz at all.
I can understand his frustrations. It's not been a good outing there at all for Kotoko. Not forgetting they lost their first game against Gold Stars, but today it has been that underwhelming for the Warriors. We've not seen them redominate at any point in time in this game. It's all been Lions, and Kotoko have not really shown their true level or mettle in this game so far. They need to really up it. It's the reason why I'm sure the coach is boiling on the sidelines.
Well, play continues, and here is Kotoko in the box. A chance for Kotoko. Can they send a crossing? The cross is sent in, but Paul Atta cleanses lines. And Francis Aqua has a chance to recycle possession. Well, he does that. Now, the build-up play, and the ball goes all the way back. The tempo is good, but not for Kotoko. And here they come again. Here is Amwa, Philip Amwa. And Amwa, the winner throw-in. He takes the ball. He finds Shaibu Abubakari. Abubakari finds Jehu, and well, Abubakari back to Emmanuel Entry. Emmanuel Entry in his 10 shirt finds Samuel Tenedu, and Lions will clear their lines again, ballooned into the skies, hoping that one day it would find a space for a Liberian.
Aqua clearly was looking for the infringement, was looking for the foul on that occasion, and went down so easily. So that's what it is. But of course, it's been a difficult game for the Warriors. That we can understand. Difficult game it's been. But what a chance there.
And a chance for Kotoko. The cross comes in, and a header, and over the bar goes.
Guess who?
Donzo
again.
Oh, Donzo. Close to 5 brilliant crosses. They've all found his head, and he's yet to find the target. The goalkeeper was out of his area. All he needed to do was put it into the twine, and Donzo had other ideas. Over the bar it goes, and Bando out of Lions 1, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0.
He has had 3 very good opportunities with balls put in the box through a crossing, and he's been so poor with his connection in all those 3 occasions, always sending the ball over the upright. I'm shocked at how basic that's was supposed to be, but just could not get it right. And there it is. You have Coach Bashir Hayford having a word or two with his players who are on the sidelines with him, because they need to hold on. 15 more minutes left in this game, and I'm sure for Coach Bashir Hayford, he wants his men to hold on to this lead so they can get their first 3 points in the game. But difficult game it's been for Kotoko. Of course, Tinedu, they are alongside on the sidelines, listening to everything that was said to the Lions players by the technical team led by Bashir Hayford together with Nia Ajay. But difficult chance, great chance it was, I must say, for the player Donzo. But the poor finishing on the part of Donzo on that occasion for the Porcupine, or the Heart of Lions. Kotoko team, I must say.
75 minutes of play done here, and Coach Bashir Hayford issuing instructions to his Liberian Chauncey Freeman, and Lawrence Osei is back on his feet. He finds George Osei, and so from one Osei to the other. Now the Lions will come forward with the ball. A chance for Freeman in the box, and a cross comes in, and good defending on the part of Samba O'Neill and his men at the backside for Lions, and a good defending yet again from Aban to Lawrence Osei.
A very commanding captain and defender for the team. Look at him, commands his team, leads by example, brilliant defending. I've been impressed with him in the 2 games we've watched him so far in this top 4. Against Hatterfolk, even though they lost, he was so impressive and so good. Today as well, same. commanding, ever present, and so good with tackles, and so brilliant on the part of Aban. Lead the lines there for Heart of Lions.
Right, so play continues, and Zarata, yes, Paul Ataije wins another corner kick. If we're judging this game by corner kick, trust me, Heart of Lions.
They've had a number of corner kicks.
And look at
game.
Aziz. Aziz is not a happy man.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's probably saying, another corner kick? Well, another corner kick, and we'll see the likes of 46-shirted Samuel Boama in the box, and the cross comes in again. This time is to the near post. Easy clearance for Kotoko. Now Bismarck Enim throws one quickly, and Kwando Heart of Lions still have the ball, and the referee spots a foul, and so it's a foul against Samuel Boama Kwanza. Tamba O'Neill entry finds Samuel Tenedu, and Samba to goalkeeper Aziz, and Aziz would find Zakaria, and so the Porcupine Warriors would pick up a throw-in.
And you saw earlier on the deputy coach of Kotoko, Hamza Obin, always on his feet, trying to get his team charged up and, of course, get themselves back to the game. But it's been that difficult for them today against Heart of Lions.
Very, very difficult for players down, but play continues. I think that is Echedogli, and a chance for Kotoko. Ball comes in, lines are cleared, and now finally referee is brought to the knowledge of the fallen soldier, and so he stops play, and he will be stretched off. Echedogli has been everywhere, and you can look at that goal again, Benghazi. Brilliant cross. He mishandles it, Aziz, and all Paul Atta had to do was to hit it into the net.
That was a very poor move there from Aziz Dari. Should have done much better with that save. It was a poor one on the part of goalkeeper, gifting the goal there to Kwesi Atta. Is it Atta for the opening goal for Heart of Lions?
Right, so we'll see another substitution, and so Echedogli is out, and tell you pretty surely the player.
I think it looks like Konto.
Okay. So number 17 shutted in now. Now the Lions would continue to have possession of the ball. Bismarck Enim and Chauncey Freeman would always go in for these battles. And brilliant play from Paul Hennessy, and receive some applause from the fans here. Emmanuel Entry would go up in the skies. Ishmael Adu, Emmanuel Entry, ding dong battle in the midfield, and Kotoko would finally claim possession. They have some 10 minutes and additional time to go. They need a goal dearly to appease their fans. The thousands of fans watching this game on GH1 TV, listening to live commentary on Star FM. Of course, stream on YouTube as well. And so, the man is down in pain.
That is Tinedu. He came off West in a tackle again, together with Kwanza. Potter put his full body behind a tackle, and he seemed to have gotten the special part of Tinedu. So he is down.
Trust me, very, very painful one. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
81 minutes of play done. Pando Heart of Lions. Akpini Medwongpel. Get Fetoko Wazu. That is what they say. And it means, poor one. No. Very poor tackle.
That's a poor one from
Poor
Kwanza.
one. And we are not advantaged with VAR. If not, I'm sure that would have been a red card.
Absolutely.
That would have been a red card.
His stats went somewhere it should not have gone to.
Samuel Boama Kwanza, the culprits there. and but thankfully Samuel Tenedu is up, and so Emmanuel Entry would survey his options, receive instructions from the bench, and weighing his options. Still Samuel Entry, he decides to go in for Albert Tamwa. Albert Tamwa finds Francis Aqua, and they would win. Well, is that a throw-in? So Francis Aqua would edge his man up front. Time is running. Tick-tock, tick-tock it goes. And Francis Aqua will send a throw-in. He comes into the box. It's cleared. He finds Entry. Entry balls the ball, shots. And out of play goes. Nowhere near the goal area.
He had the power, but direction was lacking on a part of that shot from Emmanuel Entry. But the idea clearly was brilliant. He had it spot on. The control on his chest, like you can see, was good. Then the final efforts, flying just over the upright. Idea good, technique good, but execution not the best.
Now, Abubakari finds the man who is back, Samuel Tenedu, and Captain Samba O'Neill. O'Neill to Zakaria Fuseini. Fuseini comes in field, and the pass is a bad one. And good defending from Bismarck Enim, who finds Lawrence Osei, and Lawrence Osei can afford to waste a few seconds. Enim receives the ball back from his brilliant play from Lions, and referee spots another foul. Samuel says it was a legal one. Referee says it is an illegal one, and we can watch it again. Was it a handball? And the replay will tell us.
Clearly it was a handball on the part of Samuel Tenedu. Brilliant control on the chest, and of course trying to size up the Tenedu. Tenedu have none of that, and so brought the ball down with the hand.
Play does continue, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko would clear their lines. And Amwa on the right side of attack for Kotoko. Entry goes back to Shaibu, and Shaibu's pass to Aqua. Well, he finds him, and Aqua Francis is taking off the ball by Freeman. Referee spots a foul on Francis Aqua, and it seems that again the Liberian is tired.
Ce moment bueno où tout le reste peut attendre.
Would also have their preference, and entry, he goes for the ball, and an easy one of the easiest saves Lawrence Osei would ever make in his lifetime.
Distance was a bit too far for a direct effort. He had a bit of power, but like I said, distance was too far, so the keeper had enough time to get himself behind the ball and make a very comfortable save for Heart of Lions.
Now, Kwama Kwanzaa, the cross is cooked. Well, it can still be recovered, and Atta does well to keep the ball in play, but Shaibu knows time is not his friend. He takes the ball, and the man is down. Referee would have to stop play, and we'll call for the stretcher. Paul Ataije, the goal scorer, dilly-dallying. And you can see the man, Taibu Abubakari, no nonsense at this time. He can't afford to waste time at all.
Yeah, the stats of Shaibu was showing in that tackle. He caught Atta with that stats showing tackle, and so clearly the referee should have whistled for an infringement for Lions. He got it wrong there.
Well, for the fans of Accra Suffolk and Bibiani Gold Stars, you can see Bibiani Gold Stars, a captain, Yakubu Haq, who lifted a trophy, the Ghana Premier League trophy, in the stands with his colleagues. They play next, and they face Phobia, Accra Suffolk, Never Say Die until the bones are rotten. So these two teams already have 3 points, and now Pando out of Lions for now will join them and with 3 points. Now Kotoko, long one sent in, and a chance for Kotoko. The cross comes in and no one is there to connect. Ball is still in play according to stand referee. Entry shot is blocked. Francis Aqua, and Aqua still has the ball. He finds Zatenedu, and he has to go all the way back to Samba O'Neal. O'Neal finds Aqua. Zakaria finds Shaibu on the right side, and Shaibu to Amwa. Oh, brilliant play from Amwa. Amwa, can he get a good cross? He does get a cross, not a good one. He finds goalkeeper Lawrence Osei again.
He was going for goal, so took an option of a shot instead and didn't get the power. He needed to get behind that ball, and so an easy save there for Lawrence Osei in goal for Heart of Lions. 3 more minutes of time plus added time left in this game. Kotoko have it all to do. Redemption, or they are bowing out of this year's GHALCA top 4.
Well, redemption. At the start of the song, I was expecting the Stadium DJ to play the redemption song to remind both teams that it's a game of redemption. Well, Kotoko come forward with the ball. Donzo, who's had a lot of chances, and the cross comes in, and Aban is there again. Captain Ebenezer Aban clears his lines. Chelsea Freeman finds Ishmael Ado, very good midfielder, and Sam Obama, he finds a pass to Paul Atta. Atta is being policed by Shaibu. Shaibu does what? Back pass, and the pass is cleared, but the referee spots a foul against Paul Atta.
That was good defending on the part of Shaibu, because clearly Atta was much more stronger, but he managed to match Atta boot for boot, with of course his
lot of energy from the bench
from him, and so good one or good defending on the part of Shaibu on that occasion. Look at it, bumping into and he nearly went down anyway.
And so we'll see Albani in his 35 shirt warming up. He can't wait. So there is Albani coming on for the Liberian Chauncey Freeman, and Emmanuel Entry. Abanu clears lines. Francis Aqua. Francis finds Samuel Tinedu, and he finds Zakaria to Shaibu on the right side. Now Amwa. Oh, brilliant pass from Amwa, and ball is nibbled away. Lions will clear their lines, but Kotoko would win possession again around the center circle. 89 minutes of play, approaching the 90th minute mark. It is Friday, and on Fridays, back in the day, back in JHS, we love this song. Now the day is over, and very soon we might see additional time from fourth referee Gideon Nee Kofi, and when it comes, it means that the song "Now the Day is Over" would come. But now free kick, and it comes in. It is cleared. We're doing 5 minutes of additional time. Another cross is sent in. Lawrence Osei is up and doing, and the ball, well, according to assistant referee Seth Ableto, had already gone out, so no corner kick, but goal kick for Lawrence Osei. And you see Emmanuel Entry there. Cross, well, the free kick, goal kick is taken, a foul won by Boama. And you can see the reason why Coach Hayford brought him in very strong.
Very, very strong, and able to put the likes of Fusenia, Zakaria, and even some challenge as well to Samba O'Neal with the aerial duels. He's won a free kick for his team with just about 4 or 4 minutes of added time left to defend for Lions. Clearly, they've been in control. They've defended resolutely and very, very well. And I'm sure they will have the next 4 minutes to hold on to get their first 3 points in this championship.
And very bad foul, bad tackle. You're going to see a yellow card flash to Captain Samba O'Neal. It's getting worse. And look at Samba O'Neal in disagreement with Samuel Tinedu. Well, Tinedu, I must say. And, oh, poor one.
And I can't think his point clearly is to say, why head the ball down in your own area?
Yeah.
It's dangerous. Get the ball out. You don't head it down. And unfortunately for Samba, he was late. His effort to try and clear the ball for Kotoko.
Well, in moments like this, you see Aziz saying it's okay, it's okay. He forms a 5-man human wall to prevent further embarrassment. Aziz would need his wall to be up and doing. Bismarck and him, who's crossed from that corner kick, brought that goal, is behind the ball. Bismarck and him straight to goalkeeper Aziz. And Aziz quickly releases the ball. And a lot of space for Kotoko to work with. Here is Philip Amwa with his left foot on the right side. And Amwa finds Shaibu. Shaibu still has the ball. Brilliant play from Shaibu. He stopped and the ball is taken away from him. And now, here is, Shaibu again in a physical battle. He loses it, but wins a throw-in. And Jehu comes forward. Jehu still has the ball. Ball is taken away from him. Bismarck and him. Bismarck now finds Boama. Boama would survey his option. He still has the ball. Back to Bismarck and him. Enim would hold possession and find this young boy, this Ishmael Ado, in his 6th set for the Lions. And a final pass from George Osei is a poor one, and Kotoko would come forward again.
Osei was looking for a run to come from Kwanzaa, but Kwanzaa failed to make a move, and so easily an attack breaks down for Heart of Lions.
And off the ball, Emmanuel entry, off the ball foul. The player was nowhere near him. And the fans would be in disagreement with referee Reginald calling someone. But the referee is just like a judge, is just like the headmaster. And for the few fans of Pando Heart of Lions here, they can enjoy and afford to smile and put their hands in the skies. They are up by a goal to nothing. But then they have some 40 seconds to go. Here comes Kumasi Asante Kotoko on the right side. They come forward with the ball. A chance for Kotoko. Entry. And he goes all the way back to Amwa. Cross comes in. The header is a poor one. And Lawrence Osei would have the final say.
That was a glorious chance there for Albert Amwa. A free header in the 6-yard box. And he completely got it wrong. That should have been the leveler for Kotoko.
That should have been it. But Lawrence Osei would smile. He knows that the battle is over. The battle would surely be over pretty shortly when referee says so. But the play still continues. And Zakaria clears lines. Ladies and gentlemen, now the battle is over. Pando Heart of Lions have roared against Aziz and the likes. Paul Atta Eje's goal scored in the first half has given them 3 points. And guess what? The unbeaten run against the Porcupine Warriors continues. Kumasi Asante Kotoko have failed to pick a point in their second game in the 2025 GHALCA Top 4 tournament. And Coach Bashir Hayford can afford to get a bottle of water and drink. Shaibu is disappointed. The likes of Ishmael Ado and Kwanzaa and Osei can hug themselves and congratulate captain. And Karim Zito is not a happy man. He would have a lot to say after this. But then Kotoko have been beaten. Well, Hamza Obeng would say, come on, let's applaud the fans. He tells the likes of Shaibu, but then Kotoko have been beaten again and they have no points. And now they can just wait to meet across of folk and spoil the party for Hearts of Oak.
Absolutely. It's been a wonderful game we've witnessed here, the first game for the day, and the fans clearly have had its worth coming in here toward the game. But for the Kotoko fans, who obviously will not be happy because they've seen their team lose out in their second game against the Heart of Lions. But like you said, Kotoko against Lions has been a very difficult fixture for the Four Fabulous team. In the last 5 matches, they have not picked a point or won, I must say, against Heart of Lions. They've only won once. They've not even won a game. In the last 5 games, they've drawn 2 of them and have lost the other. So it's been a poor run for the Kotoko team against Lions for the last 5 or so encounters in the Ghana Premier League, and also this cut-off as well.
All right, so do join us for the second game.
Over the University of Ghana Stadium, and that's the story. And the headlines will have it: the Lions roared and the porcupine ran away. Anyway, so the porcupine has been chased into wherever. Anyway, so that's how it ended at the University of Ghana Stadium, match day 2.
Their clearance and how when they lose the ball, all the players come behind the ball again, and the energy level, the stamina level was really showing. People might think the Liberian guy couldn't score, but look, he was a handful trouble for the Kotoko defense.
Exactly.
Because he was giving them pressure all along. And also kudos to the Lions defender, the captain. He really showed, a showman and then a senior poster in the game during the dying embers of the game.
Okay, all right. So I'll pick Amon Kwame, who will talk after we come back from.
He doesn't have anything to talk.
No, he said he went somewhere, and what he went to do.
He's a juju man.
Anyway, so we'll come your way with the next game pretty shortly. But beautiful Awusi Dede is already standing by. She doesn't support any team anyway. We won't talk about it.
That's a sad one. Thank you so much, Joel, for bringing us that solid coverage.
Other platforms we've used made work harder. We love Monday.com because it makes work effortless. You can
The mystery no one can answer. Have you ever noticed the silence? The Bible tells us about Jesus as a child born in Bethlehem, fleeing to Egypt, teaching in the temple at 12. Then suddenly nothing. For the next 18 years, there's a haunting silence. From the age of 12 to 18 long years of his life vanish from the pages of Western scripture. Where did he go? What did he see? Who did he learn from? And why? Has no one dared to speak about it? This isn't just a historical gap. This is a deliberate silence, a silence that hides something deeper than we've ever imagined. Because somewhere, in the highlands of Africa, in ancient scrolls preserved by fire and faith, Ethiopia holds a version of the story the West never wanted told, a Bible older than the Vatican's canon, a gospel that survived colonizers, councils, and crusades, and within its pages are clues, shocking, sacred, and long suppressed. What if those missing years were not missing at all? What if they were hidden on purpose? Today we go there, into the shadows of lost history, into the truth that could change how you see Jesus forever, because Ethiopia's Bible has preserved something that others tried to erase. Part 1, The Lost Years, Hidden in Plain Sight. Imagine this, you're reading a biography of the most influential person in human history, a man whose words would reshape empires, whose name would echo across continents, whose life would divide time itself into before and after. You read about his miraculous birth, angels, prophecies, kings trembling at his arrival. Then you hear of a precocious child aged 12 teaching grown men in the temple, astounding even the most learned scholars. And then nothing. Not a single word about his life for the next 18 years, no description of his youth, no mention of his mentors, no details of his transformation from a carpenter's son into the most revolutionary figure the world has ever known. Just silence. From age 12 to 30, 18 years of the life of Jesus of Nazareth are missing. Let that sink in. The Western Bible, a text studied, preached, and memorized by billions, goes completely silent for nearly 2 decades of Christ's life. The very years when a boy becomes a man, when character is formed, when mission is forged. How can this be? How could the single most influential life ever lived leave such a gaping hole? Theologians have long brushed it aside. God didn't want us to know. Or nothing important happened. But doesn't that explanation feel hollow? Especially when you realize that these weren't just quiet years. These were the years that prepared him for everything. The Jesus who would challenge empires, who would defy religious authorities, who would speak with wisdom beyond his time. He didn't just wake up one morning at age 30 and start a movement. No. Something happened in those missing years. And the silence may be the biggest clue of all. Let's be clear. The Gospels weren't written in real time. They were compiled, edited, and selected decades after the resurrection, often under pressure from imperial politics and church councils. And what's been left out tells us almost as much as what was left in. But here's where it gets even more mysterious. Because not every tradition has this gap. Not every Bible is missing those years. Far from the Roman Empire, deep in the highlands of East Africa, a different tradition was preserved. A canon untouched by Constantine, unaffected by Western theological filters. In Ethiopia, among the ancient Orthodox Church, the story was never incomplete. Their Bible doesn't stop at 66 books. It stretches beyond holding sacred texts rejected by Western councils. Books like the Gospel of the Hebrews, the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilees, writings that give us glimpses, shadows, whispers of a different narrative. And perhaps, just perhaps, they hold the key to what happened between age 12 and 30. In fact, within Ethiopian oral traditions and monastic teachings, there are accounts that suggest Jesus didn't just stay in Nazareth. He traveled, he studied, he immersed himself in ancient wisdom long hidden from the Western world. Ethiopian priests and scholars have long spoken of Jesus' presence in Africa, not just as a child fleeing Herod, but as a young man seeking divine knowledge. They speak of sacred schools hidden in the mountains, of scrolls that were never burned, of teachers who preserved the ancient paths long before Rome ever knew his name. These are not wild conspiracy theories. These are living traditions passed down through generations. And when you look closer, something starts to stir. Why is Egypt an African nation mentioned as Jesus' refuge as a child? Why did God send the Messiah not to Greece or Persia or India, but to Africa for protection? Was that only about safety, or something deeper? Could Africa have been the soil that nourished his mission? Could Ethiopia, land of ancient prophecy and unbroken scripture, have been one of the places where he grew learned and awakened? The Western mind has long treated Africa as a spiritual afterthought, but the earliest Christians didn't. In fact, some of the oldest Christian communities on earth were in Africa long before Christianity reached Europe. The Ethiopian eunuch in Acts 8 was one of the first converts to Christ, and he wasn't converted in a Roman cathedral. He was baptized in the desert on African soil by a disciple of Jesus himself. This wasn't an accident. It was part of a pattern. Ethiopia has long been a keeper of mysteries, a guardian of scrolls that the world forgot or chose to forget. And within those scrolls, we find teachings, prophecies, and details that hint at a much fuller story of Jesus' journey. These aren't fairy tales. These are pieces of a puzzle deliberately scattered by empires and edited by institutions. But now slowly it's being put back together. And the more we search, the more we begin to see the so-called lost years weren't lost at all. They were hidden in plain sight by those who feared what they would reveal, by those who could not accept a Messiah shaped by Africa, who carried the skin of the oppressed, who walked with wisdom the empire couldn't control. Jesus wasn't white, his message wasn't Roman, and his story didn't begin in Europe. It began in a world the West tried to forget. A world where ancient texts were preserved in leather-bound manuscripts written in Ge'ez, where monks sang of a savior who walked their lands, where faith never forgot the parts others erased. The silence in the Western Bible is not an absence, it's a cover. And if we're willing to follow the clues, if we're brave enough to look beyond what we were taught, we might just discover the Jesus we were never supposed to know. Part 2. The Ethiopian Canon, a Bible the West rejected. Let's ask the question no one dares to ask. What if the Bible you grew up reading was incomplete, not incorrect, not fake, but missing something? Not because of an accident, but by design. In most churches around the world today, the Bible is made up of 66 books. It begins with Genesis and ends with Revelation. But in the ancient Ethiopian Orthodox tradition, the Bible contains 81 books, 15 entire texts that Western Christianity has chosen to leave out. These aren't strange new discoveries dug up by archaeologists. These are books that have been read, revered, and preserved by the Ethiopian Church for nearly 2,000 years. A church that predates the Roman Catholic Church. A church untouched by the Council of Nicaea. A church that never bowed to European empires or papal decrees. And within these extra books lie pages that the Western world was never meant to see. Now imagine this. You're holding a Bible that contains not just the standard Gospels, but the book of Enoch, the book of Jubilees, 1st and 2nd. Maccabean, not to be confused with the Roman Catholic Maccabees, and even traces of the Gospel of the Hebrews, a text once revered by early Jewish Christians. This isn't fiction. This is the Ethiopian Bible. And what's inside might just rewrite everything you thought you knew about Jesus. Let's begin with the book of Enoch. In Western theology, Enoch is barely mentioned. A few mysterious lines in Genesis: Enoch walked with God, and then he was no more, for God took him. But in Ethiopia, Enoch's writings are fully preserved. His book is over 100 chapters long, and it contains some of the most astonishing revelations in all of ancient scripture. The book of Enoch describes the heavenly realms, angelic rebellions, the origin of evil, and the coming judgment. But most curiously, it speaks of a Son of Man, exalted before the creation of the world, who will sit on the throne of glory and judge all nations. Sound familiar? Centuries before Jesus walked the earth, this Ethiopian preserved book was already foretelling the role of a divine figure who would be both human and more than human. Many scholars believe Jesus himself was influenced by Enoch's prophecies. In fact, the term Son of Man, which Jesus often used for himself, is deeply rooted in Enochian language. But why does this matter? Because if Jesus was shaped by texts